So Laslo, it's a night session, Arthur Ashe Stadium against one of the greatest players of all time. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a bit nervous, but I would say not as much as last year. So yeah, we had pretty much the same match, third round. So yeah, I will just try to play my best and see what's going to happen.
So for the fans around the world, the last two times you've played Novak Djokovic, you've only been one set away from a victory. What are you going to look to do tonight to get over that line?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, last year I was in better form generally. I had some injuries this year, unfortunately, but I feel that my game is coming back. And, you know, Novak is probably, or not probably, he's the best player ever. So I will have to try my best, play my best, but even that's not a guarantee that you're going to be able to win. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Good luck out there.
Thanks.
Novak, this is your 18th US Open. I've always wondered, do you get the same jitters as your first time?
I actually do. And each year it keeps getting better, honestly. I mean, I'm nervous, I'm stressed, but I'm also excited coming out on a biggest stadium in our sport. Night sessions are very special, so I can't wait to experience the atmosphere out there.
Obviously, Laslo's from Serbia as well. What are some of the challenges that come with versing someone, you know, that you've known and you're good friends with?
I mean, it's great for Serbian tennis that we are facing each other. Obviously, one has to lose, one has to win, but you know, we know each other really well. We are off the court really good friends, and you know, he was struggling a bit with injuries, but I always thought he's one of the hardest working guys and possesses a lot of quality, you know, on any surface. So we played a tough five-setter last year. It was 2 sets down. Hopefully, I'll have a better start and let the better player win.
Good luck out there.
A fair bit tonight.
Right. Again, Novak and Troitsky and I forget who else was on the team, but they made the trek to Boise because they cared that much.
Someone's private plane from Serbia and flew back to Monte Carlo. That was a big sacrifice for him, but worth it. And he's proven that over time.
Same thing happened. They closed the roofs here, and I was in Armstrong, and Francis Tiafoe had a hard time. He talked about it openly. The changing conditions affected him.
Just the humidity sapped him.
30 love.
Looked like it. Well, it looked like it.
And shook hands a winner.
Not you.
Courts this summer than Novak played en route to this tournament. Novak didn't play Canada.
I would suspect.
Yeah, without a doubt. How do you not? What the challenge that hard courts have on players' bodies. Overall, I think the right move, period.
Advantage, Djere. Game, Djere.
Covered Ashton Armstrong. By the way, the match that has been stopped, that's Casper Ruud on Friday.
Oh, there's popcorn involved. These days in his career, but this was just perfect. Just read the play, great defense, and then goes into attack mode here. Chip and charge, holds the line, and then streaks cross court. He knows his friend and opponent well. Rifle. Forehand there from Laslo. There's a good delivery. Nice sliding serve.
Djokovic there.
Long two-game sequence here.
Yes.
Novak had 2 break points to take a 2-love lead, couldn't secure them, and now it's a chance for the boomerang for Djere. Finds a first serve though.
Saved 2.
19 minutes of play
exactly.
So far, nearly 3 games.
Kind of a labored pace here.
Was the name of the game since COVID struck until this summer. The ATP reinstituted the ball kids could hand players towels that it takes away from the players in between points.
Djokovic able to put that game away.
Most likely, and certainly in Torino.
Right.
Yeah.
He's just in the building, I guess, where they're moving for the event.
Look gorgeous on TV.
So here's the Djokovic backstory, and then there's the Djere backstory that's fascinating because the name has resurfaced. Although it's not listed on the ATP website, there's plenty of stories that confirm Djere's hired Mariano Puerta as his coach. With a longtime coach, Djere, they parted ways. Puerta was apparently doing some work with Brandon Nakashima. Djere said really his career ended in a bad doping scandal. which he later admitted he lied in his defense, trying to reduce his suspension.
Again at 1-2. Well, not easy for anybody tonight. Pops a nice ace there, though. And it didn't play again till Roland Garros.
Juice.
Wow. How about that?
Darts back to back here.
Real struggle for him.
Small things that, like we've seen so far, Jim, are the ones I wonder about, because look,
I just think that the conditions are a part of the factor right now that are probably distracting him from fully locking in with his concentration. I just think that the conditions are a part of the factor right now that are probably distracting him from fully locking in. When's the last time you've seen him change a wristband at an even game? I've never seen it. I don't want to put too much stock in it, but it's an indicator that there's more happening here than a normal.
all right, so a court that,
for these players, even if it becomes one-way traffic, they're going to have to work hard to finish points. This is a heavy laundry day.
away with the help of that.
To that point, that Novak, if he's flat on the court and he needs something, last thing you would want to see is his opponent.
$15. 30-15.
Whatever the score is going to be, it'll be quicker.
Game, Djere.
4-3 for somebody. The physical one. 37 minutes for 6 games.
$15.
Djokovic tonight.
Hopefully he'll stay engaged. I mean, at this point, he's just trying to win his 25th major for fun, right? I mean,
I'm watching this and thinking to what you said, familiarity.
yes. The only time he might be a little bit odd is if he gets into a winning position. Then how does he react? That's 3 service winners on those 3 break points, 2 up the middle. There's a real opportunity lost from Djere. Had the open court behind him.
Okay, Djokovic.
All right, Djokovic puts the game away. Order me one too.
Okay, very good. Play with Amazon. Should be here by tomorrow.
15 love.
You're not that big. He's like, no, yeah, they pumped me up. A little extra.
30 love.
Djere's only lost 8 points total.
Yeah, yeah. These tricky conditions. It was a tricky start to the year for hands on his knees.
Yeah.
Gasping for air. What a shot from Laslo Djere. Yep, you can never count him out.
Nope.
And want one. This ball landing right on the line. Djokovic thought it was out, but no call coming from the electronic line calls. So then he just flashes a backhand winner and catches a piece of the line himself.
So Monday night, the young man plays first match ever at the U.S. Open. Seriously come down with something, and he wound up winning the match 7-5 in the 5th. And that was... why the transformation that I referenced a few moments ago has been years early in his career of retiring. Retired a couple times in majors. Did he ever overcome that?
A little less gluten will do you some good, apparently. His diet changed his career.
it is. So Djokovic gets the hold for 5-4 now in the USTA.
Wait for it.
President of the USTA, Arlen Kantarian, who was a big part of it. 2 defending champs play on Sunday. Pretty good idea.
It's a great idea. It's still a great idea. I want to table that for a second because it's getting intense here in this set. Djokovic committed a lot of energy into the first point.
Got away fast. A good call on the first point, Jim. And then he responds. 122.
Eventually offer some relief for the players. The air conditioning systems will be fully engaged in here for sure.
No kidding.
And now Berger with a double-double. Just don't want to do it on Arthur Ashe Stadium.
Animal style. Has to be.
Nice. Great plan by Djere, and it's a regroup him with the towel, trying to get some oxygen and try and get out of this first service game in the second set. But great signs if you're a Novak fan, Ted. He is
slipping too.
Well, if you hit the slice, it's hard for Novak to be aggressive, right? If you keep the ball down low on his backhand, it's going to allow you to stay.
Man, pop one there. One.
Watch Djere's.
About that. Back. What a shot. Well, Djokovic.
It's taken its toll on him with these conditions, but he has that up his sleeve when he needs it. Substantially different at the Olympics. So much more confidence and comfort and aggression. And I watched him play from courtside in a practice session a couple days ago as he escapes that game. And it was wonderful to hear the sounds of him sliding aggressively into the corners. The only exception to that is if you're a player who feels like you're fitter than the other and you have an advantage and you want to use that in the moment. Yeah. Yeah, the philosophy is you don't have to like the heat. You just have to hate it less than your opponent. For Novak, as an ambassador will be when his playing days are over. They're very active. Djokovic becomes more active here in this game, trying to wrestle an early break, and a lot of groundwork for what probably the next 40 years of his life will look like. I would imagine with the eye of becoming in a way that Federer's going to be as well.
Exactly. That would be the tennis standard right now.
Sure. Yeah, and Serena too.
And Serena, exactly.
Off the court. Documentary certainly will be coming down the pike at some point, telling his story with his imprint on it.
Look where Djokovic is playing that point. Well, maybe Djokovic starting to find that fuel. Reacting towards his team there.
There was really not much he could do. That was an aggressive in a hurry. And Djere's not letting him get there. Great save again. It's pretty well done. But it's just the very end. They don't tell. And he has, right? I need to figure out who he is. I've been trying to find it on the internet.
Bold.
He's angry. Filming a documentary this year. Hurting physically, but he's getting the game point.
I mean, it was that kind of willingness to take on.
What I've found fascinating about these on-court exchanges with his team is it's not just been the tennis coaches, the Ivaniseviches or the Beckers. Panici, his strength and conditioning coach, was like miming how he should be hitting the backhand. As break point comes up here for Djere, and Djere's got to be ready for potentially a big serve here.
Okay. The return was +1 rather than.
With his tactics. Nothing he can do about that. Great 1-2 from Laslo with more aggression, almost vitriol. Djere snuffing out any offensive opportunities in this game.
Djere.
Could go the other way if he hits his spots, but there could be a slew of unforced errors on the horizon. if Djere makes them.
What a miss there. Playing long points against Djokovic.
Well, this is just an idiotic game from Djere.
Yeah.
14.
Just an absolute brain freeze.
Clearly there, so
and he made the third round here last year where he led Novak 2 sets to love. So he's defending those points, so his ranking is even further down in the line. Struggling to get into a lot of big tournaments for a while.
14.
Most notably the Australian Open. You need to be right around 100 or better.
yeah, to start the year.
Pretty much.
4 majors.
Look at that.
Djere.
Didn't even move. What a 110-mile-an-hour second serve certainly was.
30-14.
He risked it for the biscuit. He cares about winning 2 more sets. If it's going to cost him more energy, because Novak was in this point, slides into this one, and didn't guess correctly on this final forehand. Guessed right on the first one, but he kept pounding.
Juice.
Djere looks hurt physically. After that final shot.
There's something brewing with Djere.
The physio's still courtside. He's been there ever since he came out to treat the abdominal area of Djokovic. Miss as much tennis when they step away for a moment. Players just pausing for a beat there. Let them, the ones that are in the low ball. Djere's losing his mud over there.
Djokovic.
Is this spun from what seems certain to be?
Given the extra rest after the medical timeout, he's primed to play his normal game. That's a quality response from Laslo here. Not known to be a net rushing player, but nice feel on that drop volley, getting the job done.
30 all.
Djere's had that going for him. It's 11 aces. It's interesting. What if I feel like we've had a roll.
Djokovic.
Wow, Djere played a terrific point until the end.
Djokovic leads. 15 love.
Question no longer is about his.
30 love.
It's a long road for Djere from here, particularly if the problem is
Djokovic.
he's walking to the net. This match might be over. Yeah, it's over. It got late right now.
Wow.
It's over.
Yes, it is.
The crowd doesn't realize
Ladies and
it,
gentlemen,
but
unfortunately, due
yes,
to
it is.
injury,
Laslo
Mr.
Djere
Djere can no longer play. Game 7 match.
So
Djokovic.
close. Pushing Djokovic so close to splitting the first two sets, and within 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, it's over. And Djokovic is into the third round.
what a ridiculous reversal of fortune that was. Djokovic looked like he was hurting badly physically, struggling, yelling at his bench. They're yelling back at him.